Hi, everyone. Welcome to join us in this LinkedIn live session. It's great to see that we have audience joining online today across countries and regions. I'm Cici Wang, Analytics Director in APAC of Teleperformance. We are honored to have our Global Analytics Head, Paulo Regatti, join us today, who has been working in TP for 26 years with profound knowledge and experience to share our analytics, which is exactly the topic for today's discussion. Paulo, do you want to say hi to everyone?
Yes, hi Cici. Hi everyone. Pleasure to see so many people here. It's a pleasure to be here with you for the next 10 minutes and share our knowledge.
Okay, welcome, Paulo. In a new era of digitalization and transformation, many of our clients face significant challenges in innovating and transforming their business. Teleperformance, more than just a customer service provider, we provide end-to-end digital integrated business service, including analytics, with which we enable clients to connect data to action. So my first question to you, Paulo, in your perspective with analytics, what will be the biggest differences we can bring to the next level customer service compared to the traditional one?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Cici, for the question. So I would say three keywords. One is productivity, the second one is hyper-personalization, and the third one is going proactive. So let's go quickly through these three. First is productivity. Productivity is a base keyword, but analytics dramatically shift productivity. They shift the process productivity. We can systematically do more with less because we are able to target the process down to the individual. A simple example, in a sales environment, we can keep selling the same amount with 80% of the effort with a 20% efficiency gain. So that's simple, but this is true for almost every process. The second one is hyper-personalization. So when we are able to target an individual, we are able to target an individual for multiple sub-processes, for good and bad things, churn, complaint, but also upsell, caring. And so what the combination of these multiple models is gaining for us is that we tailor the experience down to individual. So it's not just about an efficiency gain, but suddenly there is a radical shift in the level of customer experience. And why this is so important? Because we're not only bringing efficiency to a process, we are also moving a detractor into a neutral, into a promoter. And this has a significant and measurable value in terms of P&L impact. Measurable so well that even just last week, not later than last week, we delivered to a large BFSI client a report that explained with its own measure from the customer base that the promoter value is twice the value of a detractor on their customer base. A detractor is also producing more cost because it's producing 4 times the costs of a promoter due to the customer effort level he has to manage. So this is the second point. And the third is by being able to target the individual, we can know things that will happen before they happen. So this allows us to become proactive. Typical complaint management process in a traditional environment, we see a company react to a complaint, solve it, and at best use root cause analysis to decrease future complaints. But now imagine suddenly your bank, because that's the latest case we have, your bank contacting you for a proactive caring call and avoiding the complaint overall, not managing the complaint. So the bank would know you would complain and would get in touch with you with a proactive caring action to completely avoid the complaint. This is not only an amazing efficiency because the outbound contact in this case is much simpler than managing complaints, but we are delivering together with the minus 50% complaint, a plus 30% customer satisfaction, because definitely proactive customer experience is not in the customer expectation yet. So efficiency and delight. So this is the third pillar, proactivity.
That's very inspiring, Paulo. And I do capture some keywords in your answers: reactivity to proactivity, high efforts to high productivity, massive training to one-on-one, customized training. So in order to support and realize these remarkable changes, are there any tool or solution of TP which you could introduce to our audience today?
Yes, again, I'll use this magic number. We have three solutions. First of all, I'd like to say also in negative terms that with a PwC survey based on 15,000 consumers, today 1 out of 3 would leave a brand they love after just one single bad experience, but up to 92% would completely abandon the brand after 2 or 3 negative interactions. And this again reinforces the value of delivering good interactions. Today, loyalty is no longer passive. Loyalty becomes active. So customers don't stay in a customer base just because they've been there for years. They stay because they get a consistently good customer experience compared to their expectations. So how do we ensure we have the best possible interaction experience? With these three pillars, the first one is predictive analytics. And the way predictive analytics works is that it's going to augment the interaction, define what has to happen, understand the customer even before the interaction happens, and guiding the agent throughout the interaction. The second pillar is what we call interaction analytics, TP Interact in the TP world. And this is to guide in real time during the interaction the agent, and this also allows us to turn the interaction into basically a gold mine of insights, because everything in the interaction gets captured and crunched and turned into an insight. Not only the root causes of a good or a bad experience, but also products, channel, agents, the interaction driver, and everything gets measured. So we know in teleperformance that you improve only what you can measure. And this is something that is a complete game changer. We even get through interaction analytics something that is, again, beyond the expectation of anyone. Everything understand that it's about the agent, it's about the person that also is calling, the customer and his experience, but we are today able to predict agent attrition from interaction analytics data. Everything gets crunched and understood. So this is really an amazing game changer for the vertical. The third pillar is, in short, what we call enterprise feedback management. There's so much we understand through interaction analytics, so much we can predict through the proactive management. But there's one thing that we cannot guess and we need to ask. It's a feedback from the client. What is his own judgment between expectations and customer experience that he lived through? Is he satisfied, dissatisfied? Because as we saw, this is something that will heavily impact a customer lifetime value. And so these three pillars allow us to really completely transform the way we design, execute, and understand all the interactions.
Great. As for those three solutions and tools you just mentioned, interaction analytics, prediction analytics, and enterprise feedback management, so I think some of the audience will care about, say, for example, for consideration of budgeting, will it be flexible to start with one of them, or should we integrate them all? Moreover, can you please also advise what kinds of benefits to expect?
I would say, depending on the business need, we would rather start with either predictive or interaction analytics. My personal preference goes to interaction analytics because it turns the interaction into something completely visible and measurable. For sure, the combination of predictive and interaction analytics delivers way beyond a single layer, but we would certainly start by one of those two, where EFM comes as a third, typically for interaction management. And we can possibly address any need with these solutions. I can mention some other improvements. So we recently, in the last 6 months, improved customer satisfaction and NPS by 40% in a US digital client. I already said we reduced some complaints in a UK bank by more than 50%, but typically we can reduce complaints by 35%. We've been up to decreasing customer churn in very large European clients by 20%. And I would say one of the most striking KPIs, and I'll try to be on the safe side, is how much we improve inbound sales. Inbound sales is one of the best improvements we can produce. I would say up to 50%, but we are actually being way beyond this. We've doubled inbound sales. This is because through the interaction analytics, we are able to understand the gap, the individual gap of each individual agent and coach them one by one. So this is just the outstanding results that analytics can allow to produce systematically. So those figures are what we typically would produce.
Thanks so much, Paolo, for your sharing today, which really helps a lot. And for the audience online, we do hope today's sharing is informative and helpful to all of you. Thank you for your time with us, everyone. Stay tuned for other TP live sessions and see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.